am with Dr. Brett Wells, and we got him in a dental chair here at the new practice right next to the Lowe's here in Chatham County. And you are a graduate of the UNC Dental School.
I am. I went to Carolina Dental School, graduated in 2006, right down the road. So excited to be back in town.
All right, I asked this question of Dr. McClellan, so let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
When did you decide, hey, you know what, I want to become a dentist?
It was senior year of high school. Went to high school in Raleigh. Part of our senior year, we had to do some externships, and one of my friend's dads was a dentist, so he invited me to do an externship with him, and just really liked the aspects of dentistry where you got to work with your hands, being a business owner. Every day was a little bit different, so it just seemed like the perfect fit for me, and continued to explore it, and became a dentist.
Where'd you do your undergrad?
I did my undergrad down at the beach at UNC Wilmington, which was a lot of fun. I was able to stay focused enough to get into dental school, so that was good. But
what do you mean a lot of fun? No, we're not going to ask that question about a lot of fun.
But I didn't get to have as much fun as some of my friends, but you know.
And then you landed up at UNC Dental School,
which
is one of the top dental schools in the entire United States.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
All right. What'd you do after you graduated from UNC Dental School?
So I went down to Florida, spent a year in Florida doing an advanced education residency in dentistry. So I learned a lot of advanced procedures. And then I moved back to Raleigh, where I opened up my first practice in 2008 in kind of the North Raleigh area. And so, and then, I mean, I can keep going. There was a lot of
that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Why Chatham County? Why Chatham Park?
You know, we are a growing group practice. We're all dentist owned. You know, I have my partners who are dentists, and we're adding more partners who are dentists. Hopefully, Dr. McClellan becomes a partner of ours. And you know, I'm from the Triangle. I'm from Raleigh. We want to stay in the Triangle, and we're going to the communities that are growing, because you need that for startup practices. And Chatham Park, Pittsboro is absolutely one of the fastest growing areas in the state, and so it only made sense for us to come here. And we're right down the street from Chapel Hill, which I love. I mean, the sky's a little bit bluer in this part of the state. So
yeah, I noticed one of your folks that was someone else had their toes painted Carolina blue. So yeah, you're in the right part of the state for that. I asked this question of Dr. McClellan, so you got to be truthful.
Okay.
Do you floss every day?
I don't floss every day.
Oh my God!
I use a Sonicare toothbrush though, which has a lot of effects between your teeth. It does, you know, if you're using a Sonicare effectively, it's not as critical to floss, and so, but I do get my X-rays regularly, and I haven't developed any cavities. So.
Okay, you're hemming and hawing, but that's okay. Tell us about the Sonicare toothbrush. Why do you like it so much?
I like the Sonicare toothbrush because, I mean, you get a thorough clean every time. You can almost be mindless while you're using it, as long as you position it right and move it through your mouth properly. And like I said, it has some action between your teeth, so it does get what we call interproximally pretty well, compared to just a manual toothbrush.
Okay, and it's got an automatic timer on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. It beeps and tells you when you go to the next quadrant.
All right, so you do what, 4 quadrants?
4 quadrants, yeah.
All right.
Beep.
All right, so basically 2 minutes worth of brushing.
Exactly.
All right, let's finish up. Unless you have something else to say, what put the biggest smile on your face as a dentist?
What puts the biggest smile on my face as a dentist? So I still work in the chair, so I still see patients at our downtown Raleigh practice. What I love is having a patient who comes in, had a really bad experience with a dentist, was scared, maybe has a tooth in pain or tooth they're unhappy with, has been scared to go to the dentist because of their history, and comes in and has a great experience. We're able to take care of them, and they say, you know, we've changed their mentality of dentistry. Now they're happy to go to the dentist, and they're so happy they found their forever dental home in our practice. Those are the kind of stories that make me really excited and smile.
All right. Actually, let me backtrack to one other question. You had mentioned you had gone for advanced technique learning down in Florida. When you say that, what exactly does that mean?
So it's called an advanced education in general dentistry, and I would say the majority, only about 10% of dentists do it. It's an extra year of education, but the majority of the docs that we hire here in our group have been through something like that. And you're doing advanced procedures like surgically placing dental implants. I did full mouth rehabilitations. I took out wisdom teeth. A lot of stuff that most general dentists send to specialists. I gotta do in this residency for a year. So it was definitely the most impactful year of education I had in all of dentistry.
So that makes you more of a one-stop shop when it comes to dentistry.
Yeah. I mean, we don't do everything in-house. There are some really complicated stuff, and we send out those. But we do like to, for convenience for our patients and for continuity of care, like to keep as much in-house as we can.
All right, folks. So you've got Dr. Wells here, you got Dr. McClellan, and they're right here next to Lowe's. And actually, are people allowed to go and have an ice afterwards, or should they have it before they come over?
What, ice cream?
Yeah.
I mean, before, after, it's like, it's fine having the candy and the treats as long as it's more about the frequency than having it. So.
All right.
Whatever.
So you got to come see Dr. Wells, Dr. McClellan. They will put a smile on your face. I just have to get that in there. All right.
We love it.
Thank you.